Congress and working mothers. Americans elect members of Congress whom they believe will create laws and policies to help them and their families. Carol Evans, CEO of Working Mother Media, rated this Congress and its members on how well they're doing with their own staffs in that regard.
There was an incredibly long list and wonderful list of laws that these winning senators and representatives had voted for, but also had initiated and sponsored and written. And they included everything from the Work-Life Balance Act, the S-CHIP, tax relief for parents, many different types of tax relief, child safety laws. It ran the gamut of everything that you could think of that would really be helpful to a working parent, to a mother, and many focused on working women as well. And we were so delighted to see a lot of it focused on education and making sure that low-income women and children in low-income families were able to get funding that they needed for programs like Head Start. So we were thrilled to see the wide breadth of programs and laws that not only were voted for, but that were created, a lot of them created out of the experience that these lawmakers have with their own kids as moms and dads.
Together with Corporate Voices for Working Families, a nonprofit organization that works to increase workplace flexibility, Working Mother sent applications to all 535 House and Senate members. 50 responded and offered up their records and offices for examination. Working Mother rated them based on how much leave they give their own workers under the Family and Medical Leave Act, or FMLA.
We found that it would be detrimental just to look at how they vote. We wanted to see also how they treat their employees. So we had an application that was double and measured both sides, voting and treatment of employees, and it was fascinating to see what the results were. If a congressman has a staff more than 50 people, which some of them do, then they are subject to the basic FMLA laws because they are basically a company that has more than 50 employees. But many congressional members don't have 50 staffers, and so they're not subject even to FMLA, which means that the Congress, there's no actual rule of law or body of law that says that a congressional member has to treat his or her staff in a certain way, which makes it very interesting because what we see then is that congressional members are either practicing what they preach with their own employees or they're not.
At the top of Working Mother's list is Senator Chris Dodd, who wrote the Family and Medical Leave Act and is a longtime supporter of children and families. Employees of Senator Dodd receive 24 hours each year to attend children's school events. Representative Allison Schwartz of Pennsylvania also made the list. Schwartz's new parent employees receive 3 months of paid leave, a big boon to congressional staffers.
It's the kind of job that is like being a congressman or a congresswoman. You have to be ready for action 24 hours a day. You have to travel all over the place, and you have to really be committed. Deeply committed.
And flexible scheduling is a win-win for staffers and members of Congress.
That's what I heard from the representatives and senators, is that they really got the best work out of people that had the most flexibility, whether it was telecommuting or starting their day at different hours or being able to take intermittent flex time to go to teachers' conferences and all the above. And of course, it wasn't just women. It never is. It wasn't just women who were utilizing this benefit. It was a lot of discussion about dads, too.